After using the magic amulet, Princess Sophie appeared in a strange wood. The princess sat on a rock to try to control her emotions. She missed her father, Arnold, and the castle. She needed to concentrate on finding a way to survive and save her people. After walking a little way, the princess recognized this place from the stories her father told her when she was a child.
I know where I am. I am in Limbo, a place between the world of the living and the dead. Can I find my father? And my beloved Arnold, is he here too?
At that moment, the princess hears a familiar voice.
Sophie, Sophie, my love!
My love, I managed to find you.
How did you die, my dear?
I didn't die. I used my ancient amulet and it brought me here. Do you know where my father is?
Your father has been taken to a place of beautiful light. I could not go with him as my longing for you held me here.
What do we need to do to get out of here?
I have been looking for a way out but have had no success. It looks like we will be stuck in this limbo forever.
The princess looked at the amulet in her hands and remembered what her father had said about its power.
My child, remember, if one day you need to use this amulet to help someone else, it will only work if you love the person truly and purely.
Remembering her father's words, she muttered some ancient words, and a bright light surrounded her in the night. They were transported to a strange room with white walls and a golden door at the end. The princess knew that this was the exit, but something stopped her from getting there.
What's going on?
I feel an evil presence. Something is trying to stop us from leaving.
We can't give up now. I will be with you the whole time.
They advanced together towards the golden door, facing the evil forces that tried to stop them. But with the courage and determination of the princess and the protection of the knight, they managed to open the door and get out of limbo. They were transported to a clearing in the middle of a forest, and the princess finally breathed a sigh of relief.
I never gave up hope of finding you.
I know, my dear. Know that my heart will always be yours.
The knight's return to the world of the living was not complete. His wounds made in battles began to bleed again, and he lost his strength every hour. Remembering her wise father's teachings, Sophie knew she would need the sacred harp, which when played would emit heavenly music that would restore the knight completely. In a moment of inspiration, she remembered an old legend that her grandfather used to tell her. The legend said that the sacred harp was protected by a terrible dragon who lived in a cave on top of a mountain.
I know how I can help you, my beloved. I can get the sacred harp. But first I have to kill the terrible dragon of the icy mountains.
Will you fight the dreaded dragon of the frozen mountains for my sake?
I must. It is the only hope to save you, my beloved.
The knight was moved by such an act and fainted, for he was very weak. The princess left the knight in the care of an old friend, Elizabeth, who was her study partner at the castle when the princess was little. With her friend's husband, a legendary blacksmith, the princess has obtained a sacred sword, the much-feared dragon slayer.
I know that I learned little of swordplay as a child, but these few lessons must serve to help my beloved knight.
The princess set out determinedly for the icy mountains. She climbed the mountain carefully, avoiding traps and dangers, and finally reached the dragon's cave.
I am listening to the dragon. I have to be brave. My dear knight depends on my victory.
With courage, she faced the beast, fighting with all her might. But even with all her skill, the princess was at a disadvantage against the dragon. The princess was kicked by the dragon and fell unconscious at the bottom of the cave. In this moment, a blue portal opens and a voice can be heard.
I need to get the sacred harp before the princess. See what fate has in store for you. You died lying at the bottom of a stinking cave. Well, to get the sacred harp, I need to finish off this dragon.
The sorceress used unholy powers and managed to annihilate the dragon. When the dragon died, a golden light illuminated the whole cave and the sacred harp appeared. In this light, the princess slowly woke up and saw the sacred harp in the sorceress's hands. With blurred vision, the princess saw the sorceress play the harp.
For my beloved knight. Well, now I have to go. I can't forget the Dragon Slayer sword. I'll definitely be able to sell it for a good price. I'll also take the sacred harp to show Arnold that it was I who saved him. My work is done.
The sorceress again emits a blue portal and disappears. Princess is sad and confused. Not knowing what to do, she decides to go back to her friend's house where she had left Arnold. Upon arriving at her friend's house, she realized that the house was abandoned. With great sadness in her heart, Sophie gave in to despair and fell to her knees crying.
What am I going to do? I wonder what happened to Elizabeth and Arnold.
This adventure continues. Do you want exclusive material and know more about Celestine's story? Click on the links in the video description and be part of our universe.